Alright folks, this is video number 8. Now what I'm going to do is try and take, because video number 7 turned out to be 99% crappy. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hold the lens of the camera, the phone, up, instead of turning it upside down like I did in video 7. So what I'm going to do right now is bring the phone up into the mouth. And then I'm going to show you the mouth from this point of view. And then I'm going to show you underneath my tongue. Alright, now I'm going to show you the area, the spot of the face I'm being fucking hit at the most. Right here. Okay? Right here. That's where I feel it the most. Right in this area. Now I already got a bump that's right over up in here. And another one in the same exact uniform position on this cheek. Okay? Alright? Now, I've already got photos in my blog showing electromagnetic weapons, direct energy weapon burns inside my mouth. And I do got some information exposed and some audio files from Dr. Millicent Black, who shows her talking about how she's got cheek implants in her. And then the same videos are also exposing about how implants are being used as a conduit for conduction purposes for the energy that's sent to the area of the body that the directed energy weapons is being sent to. The energy from the directed energy weapons. They're basically, implants are put in gang stalking victims for a whole host of different reasons. Okay? For electrophysiological monitoring, electrochemical monitoring, for neurological and biological processing monitoring, for entrainment, a whole host, many different motives of why they're put in there. But it's also why they reported they're being put in specific parts of the body so that they can act as a conductor for the energy sent through directed energy weapons, so they can fucking fry you alive from the inside out and cause you to come down with a whole host of different illnesses. I got 2 uniform bumps located in the same exact identical spot on my face, right below my cheek, okay? Right below my fucking cheeks, evenly there, that if you were to really push in on them, you would definitely be able to still feel the upper jaw line of where the tooth gum line goes into play at, okay? So what I'm going to do is on a later date, because I'm really bogged down right now with preparing to move again. What I'm going to do on a later date is I'm literally going to find these bumps again. Okay, don't take long to find them, trust me. And then I'm going to take a magic marker. And I'm going to make 2 small circles around them on my face. And I'm going to take a picture of it. And then I'm going to take that picture and zoom in on it and draw an outline of a face on a piece of paper, so I can draw a circle on the area of the face on the paper where these circles appear to be at on the face that have been circled with the magic marker, so I can get a more definite, in real-time visual view of me physically, seeing where they're located at on my face. So when I make future videos in the future, I'll be able to whip that piece of paper out and say, hey, this is where they're absolutely being felt at. And you should know that they are in exact uniform position on both sides of the face. And that is extremely revealing. Okay, because think about it. If it's a fucking cyst, do you think a cyst is going to appear in 2 exact identical uniform positions and dedicated to the same area of the face on both sides of the face in the same exact identical uniform position, and the bumps are the same pertaining to size? There's no way that can happen. No fucking way. Concerning it being a cyst or a tumor or anything like that. No motherfucking way. And I can already indisputably prove that I am a victim of electromagnetic weapons and directed energy weapons. Indisputably. Go into the YouTube account you're watching this video through, and when you see the remote neural monitoring eye lens implants that are in my eyes, what caused them to be transparently visible, the electromagnetic weapons, okay, the boil bumps on the white part of the eyes that push the back part of the biofilm eye lens implants out because they were literally cooking my brain and my face, causing the eye fluid and water in my face and eye tissue to literally form boil bubbles, which appeared on the surface of the eyes, causing the back part of the biofilm light crystal ocular eye lens implants that are in my eyes non-consensually right now in real time that are interfaced with 24/7 by these sick, filthy whores. I can't stand these demonic little bitches that are fucking pray I never find out their name. This is no joke. Okay, they better pray to their demon bitch ass god I never find out their physical name. This is no joke. I will hunt these motherfuckers legally for the rest of my life. No joke. No joke. Hold on one second. So, when you research enough of the Techno Crime Fighters episodes that are on Dr. Catherine Horton's YouTube channel, just go to YouTube search box and type in Dr. Catherine Horton Stop 007's YouTube channel. Type that in at YouTube search box along with Techno Crime Fighters. Go into her channel, bring up the Techno Crime Fighters playlist, watch enough of her videos, and you're going to see Dr. Millicent Black openly state that she believes she's got, in fact, I think they were even found in her, because she wouldn't have had a lot of tests, cheek implants in her. So just Google implants to gang stalking. Stimulated responsive implants, bladder implants, ear implants, nasal. Okay, so the following descriptions of the type of implants and where they might be located at, as far as what I know to this day concerning implants being put non-consensually in gang stalker victims. Okay, so they are brain to computer interface implants, eye lens implants, nasal implants, ear implants, nose and throat implants, musculatory system implants, which are EMG implants and stimulated responsive implants. What else do we got? Spinal column implants, implants in the feet, thighs, fingers, hands, elbows, all over. So I'm going to make just a couple last fast statements and then I got to let you go because I'm already way behind in my work today because I had to stop. This is the 8th video I've made today so far already. And in at least 2 of the videos have shown me absolute burns in my mouth. There's already photos in my blog. My blog is attached to my Twitter account that shows direct energy weapon burns being caught in my eyes. I also got another photo showing the left side of my face swelled up at a wooded area. That happened within a day of me making statements in my tape recorder that I'm being hit in the face with direct energy weapons. So these little maggot motherfuckers that are doing this, by the way, yesterday all during the day, there was barely no attacks at all. It was actually a nice, pleasant day. Okay, the ultrasonic sound was turned down really, really, really low. I only perceived about maybe 3 or 4 attacks during the day. They were extremely mild. And then guess what I did? I got out a helium balloon that I bought at Vaughn's. And you can blow these things up through a straw. You don't need helium for them. Okay, it's a foil helium balloon. And the goal was to buy the balloon and then wrap either white paper around it or a white plastic bag around it. And then write on the white part statements like research gang stalking, electromagnetic weapons, direct energy weapons, human trafficking, rape, police, universities, businesses, and then go and fly the balloon around with me on my bike. Well, through the eye lens implants, they can see I did that. Plus, I took a photo of it and put it on Twitter. Within less than 3 minutes of me putting that photo on Twitter, the direct energy weapons attacks started all day, lasted all day, throughout the night, and all day today. Now, when you research cyber surveillance and gang stalking, you're going to determine that tens of thousands of victims of this crime who are exposing this daily online are saying that their phones are being hacked, their computers are being hacked, other electronics are being hacked, and everything they do online is monitored. by the perpetrators, because they know they're torturing you. They know they're killing you through slow kill torture and gang stalking. So they know they're killing you. They know exactly what they're doing to you. They know everything they've done to you, and they know what the victim knows about everything they've done to you. Remote neural monitoring in itself affords them the ability to know what the victim has deduced based on experience and educated knowledge. Absolutely. Subvocal speech monitoring and monitoring the neurological processes when the victim is processing the information of their experiences and the educated knowledge. This crime knows what you know. Okay? Absolutely. They know what you know. And cyber surveillance being a reported method of this crime, meaning that the demonic little psychotic gang raping bitches who host this crime, they monitor every single thing you do online. So let's assume for 1 second that these wild whores are monitoring my phone as I make a video and or after I upload it. This message is to them. I will never, ever stop exposing you. Once I start the community-based activism, legally exposing you through signs and balloons and other things, I will never stop no matter what you do to me. Okay? Ever. I will never stop ever. So you can hit me with retaliation, but you need to know something. I'm being sadistically targeted with this tech, whether I am involved in any type of activism on Twitter, my blog, videos, or not. Whether I stand on a corner or anywhere with balloons or a poster, they're still targeting me in a sadistic, non-stop way every fucking day. It's only a now and then where they will let up on me. God only knows why. Okay, it's only on rare occasion they let up on me for a day or two, and then they go right back to it. So understand and know, my fellow American citizens, and understand, you depraved, sick, satanic, criminally insane maggots. Everything that I'm gonna do, everything that I've already done, and everything that I will always do is because of the first attack. It's not because of all of the attacks that you've done, which I'm not going to tell my viewers right now by describing how many of them there have been. No. Everything that I'm gonna do, everything that I've done, and everything that I will always do will be for the first crime you perpetrated against me and my life. The first crime. Everything that I do, everything that you retaliate against me for because of everything I do, everything that I continue to always do up until my death will be because of the first act you perpetrated on the first date. So as long as I live, and as more as I get creative in my entrapment schemes against you, every single fucking thing that I do, okay, is geared around that first event. Do you have any idea what I will do to you legally if I'm ever able to do it legally to you for everything that you have done to me up to this date, between this date and that first event? Don't ever let me fucking find out your fucking name. Everything that I'm doing is because of the first event. It has nothing to do with the thousands of things that you've done since the first event. That should tell you a lot in your little whore-ass mind. No matter how you're perceiving it, whether you're laughing about it, discounting it, not caring about it because you don't think I'm never going to be able to affect anything upon you, it does not matter what you deduce. That statement is for you, so you will know that I will go through everything and anything that I got to go through just because of that one event. What do you think that I will go through in order to go after you legally because of everything you've done to me since that first event? Take that down to the marrow of your bones. Dismiss it, disregard it, laugh at it, or take it seriously is your choice. It's your choice. Absolutely. My fellow American citizens, trauma can disassociate you from yourself, from your thinking. The extreme brutalities perpetrated through this criminal reality, a non-stop program of sadistic torture, can not only alter you, obviously, crime and trauma and victimization and psychological battering and psychological violence can change anybody. Anybody. The best of us. The strongest of us. This is the reality of, okay, the human experience. It can change you permanently. And permanently. Absolutely. Okay? But one of the things that brings a human being back home to themselves is validation of what they've endured. Absolutely. and them staying to themselves by saying to themselves, it does not fucking matter what you do to me. I am going to expose everything you've done to me, and everything I do in exposing that will be because of the first event. Because that first event is when they touched the original you. How you were before you became affected by and through these sick, cock-sucking motherfuckers. It's my way for self-preservation. So, today's date is March 5th, 2022, on 9/17/2013. My name is Leslie Williams. I was on the Ground Zero show with Clyde Lewis. That show was about Aaron Alexis, the Naval Yard shooter, being gang stalked. That show discussed many things. It talked about how Aaron Alexis ran from motel room to motel room to motel room, trying to escape the directed energy weapons that he was perceiving he was enduring, including ELF weapons. This show was broadcast on 9/17/2013. When I called the show, I said that gang stalking victims can and are reporting that they're experiencing ELF weapons. ELF weapons. I also exposed and talked about the microwave hearing effect. I talked about how my dad was Chief MP to General Curtis LeMay. I talked about how there's NASA in my family. I talked about how I was being gang stalked all over San Diego, including them propping up homeless people to camp out directly around me, okay? I talked about how they were propping up people around me to repeat gang stalk along all my routes. Okay, I talked about how gang stalking victims are being tortured endlessly. This was all on 9/17/2013. This show was about the Navy Yard shooter who committed that act the day before. Okay? On 9/18/2013, every single news station in the country and every newspaper in the country reported that Aaron Alexis had scratched on his shotgun or on his gun, "This is my ELF weapon." You should also know that ELFs are widely reported to be one of the biggest forms of the technology that these mass murder and filthy whores are using. Okay? Now, ELF is also, I don't know how many different platforms that ELF can be perpetrated through, but submarine radars is one of the main ones. My ex-husband was a submarine radar antenna electrician. I mentioned him on the 9/17/2013 Ground Zero show. That show was about Aaron Alexis being gang stalked. Okay? The FBI released the documents talking about Aaron Alexis. I believe it was in September of 2013. Stating that Aaron Alexis thought he was being hit with ELF weapons and all this other shit. And then they even went on to talk about submarine radars. See, I look at it this way. You have a better chance at winning a multi-billion-dollar lottery twice in 1 week than that being an accident if nothing was going on connecting to these technologies and Aaron Alexis. If you honestly think you're going to come into my life and target me with the most minute aspect of this crime to the most severe aspect of it and walk away without having no problems from me, including what I expose concerning what I know, you're living outside your little criminal-ass mind. Welcome to me exposing you and me not caring about what I know. You don't care about what you do to me and my fellow victims. You don't care about what you did to my life. You don't care about what you do to me on a daily basis. You don't care about what you've done to me physically. So why do you really believe that I care about the sensitivity of what I expose and who it exposes? Who's implicated with it? Why do you think I should care about that? Do you really believe that I care for 1 minute? I wish I could get up on national radio and expose this. First chance I get, I'll expose it in court. My fellow American citizens, that will never be afforded to me. You fucking come into my life and destroy it and put me through this sick, satanic, sadistic shit. And all the motherfucking crimes that this crime did to me. Staged rape. Human trafficking of me in Michigan. Making me homeless from at least 4 apartments in Michigan and 1 in Tennessee. Putting me in forced destitution. Okay? Perpetrating all the entrainment that you have affected upon me and my neurological systems through the most fucking sick, vile ways that you can think of and cannot. You should really research remote neural monitoring, my fellow American citizens, and gang stalking crimes. These are sick, vile, demented, depraved, psychopathic, sociopathic, criminally insane monsters. It's all they are. They don't give a fuck. So when you're dealing with a pathology that sits back and says, we will do whatever we want, and when I get done making this video, they're going to attack me if they don't attack me before it. Why? Because it's their way of saying, we don't fucking care about what you think, feel, or deduce. Look, you went out of your way to expose the most sensitive thing that you know about us, Leslie, and how it might even possibly correlate to you. Yet we're still going to do it to you because that's literally their mentality. It's their way of saying, look, you think you got us. Look, we're still doing it to you. That's literally what they do. You can make a video saying they just fried my brain with direct energy weapon, and the second you get done making that video, they'll fucking hit you in the brain with direct energy weapons. Literally. Now, why do you think they do that? With remote neural monitoring, it's monitoring your neurological processes while your brain is processing ultrasonic sound. Therefore, everything you say gets processed auditorily, phonetically within the brain on that ultrasound wave. So you're describing and identifying what they're doing to your brain. Then when the brain experiences the description, that brain state that the brain goes into, the traumatic brain injury, okay, the disassociated states, the concussive states, gets also and becomes attached to that neurally entrained pathway. So when you describe it, you're identifying it. When you identify it and describe it, they're looking at the markers of when you identified it through the ultrasound that's being processed in your brain, because they're monitoring the ultrasonic sound processing through your brain as it's going through it. They need you to identify what they do. So within a very short, do you have any idea how many times that I have made descriptions in my fucking tape recorder in private that they're doing this and they're doing that, and within 3 seconds to 15 seconds they do it? Do you have any idea when they're not hitting me, and then out of the blue I'll make us, like if I'm listening to an audio file of a victim sharing her experiences, and I'll say I can identify with that because these fucking psychos have done that to me, or I've seen other victims expose the same thing, and so I might say these people are nothing but assholes for perpetrating directed energy weapons attacks, and then boom, within 1 to 3 to 5 seconds I get hit with directed energy weapons. So maybe you should do some extensive research concerning thought-activated computers and automated systems and remote neural monitoring and gang stalking, because the remote neural monitoring can decipher your subvocal speech and your subvocal speech signals in real time. It gets sent to them. Their computer reads it out by and through speech-to-text translation. The computer looks for the identifiers. When the computer reads the identifiers, it then sends to the computer the pre-programmed instructions to send to you a direct energy weapon attack. Tell me I'm stupid, assholes. I'm talking to the perpetrators. You fucking tell me I'm stupid. I've seen other victims say the same thing. That when they talk about their experiences, they experience it. You know, what would this country do if the Second Amendment was taken away? Think about what I'm saying. A wild whore can walk up into your fucking home and drag your precious little 7-year-old out of your house. A little girl, take her out of her house. You never see her again. And then what if this was a pedophile sick fuck, which these assholes are intimately, widely exposed to be directly connected to? Your 7-year-old gang raped for the rest of her little life. Because if you don't have any way to protect yourself from evil, despotic, demented, depraved, criminally insane governments, how are you going to protect your child? How are you going to protect that child? How are you going to protect your son from being raped by a bunch of homosexual, freaked out maggots who love little boys? If you think that these types of statements do not directly sink into these sick fucks, you are not educated. They're involved in everything. Snuff films, human trafficking. They are involved in everything. Now, how do you like that, perpetrators? Do you like me being that intimate and exposing? Do you really believe you deserve your privacy? Really? Where's mine at? I don't see it anywhere. It's not under my sleeping bag. It's not in my duffel bag that I'm forced to carry around with me for over 20 years now. Okay? It sure ain't in my socks. Where the fuck is my privacy at? Do you really believe you deserve your privacy? Where's my privacy at? Where was my privacy at when you led me out of my home to set me up for a staged brutal rape? And how you did it, how you achieved it. Where was my privacy at on that night? Wild whores. Where was it at? I don't see it anywhere today. Where's it at? So do you really believe you deserve yours? See, only a wild, demented, depraved, backward-thinking, inverted-thinking, inbred psychopath honestly believes that he's got a right to his autonomy, his privacy, his right to do whatever he wants against anybody he wants, anything he wants to anybody he wants, and walk away without no blowback at all. He's living on a in a delusional landscape. These people literally live in a delusional landscape. Do you really believe I'm going to allow you to condition me that if I fucking have a thought about getting up and protesting and you fucking cook my brain over it, that that's going to stop me from protesting? Do you really believe that? You live in fantasy land. You literally live in fantasy land. No joke. So my fellow American citizens, if you got a daughter you care about, if you got a son you care about, and you know that Voice to Skull with voice morphine is out there where they can fucking put an idea in his head, in her own voice print about going to a fucking party they were invited to go through either a sorority or fraternity on college campus. So when they go there, their little drink can be drugged, so they can be drugged into the bedroom, so they can be gang raped, so it can be videotaped, so they can make hundreds of copies of it and sell each copy for $10,000. I wonder what's going on with gang stalking at UCSD, and at CSU, and USD, and U of M, and Dearborn, Michigan. You know, why are UCSD students still to this date being propped up along my routes, still to this date saying gang stalking suck dick? Caught on 8,800 audio files of people in the community saying it around me. Okay? Who the fuck is managing that? That cocksucker motherfucker, and please excuse my language, that demented bitch who's ever hosting the community-based gang stalking on me is intimately, directly connected to the wild whores who put these fucking R&M islands implants in me and who are fucking hitting me with these electromagnetic weapons. You ain't going home. I don't give a flying fuck what you do to me. My fellow American citizens, I have literally moved 31 times in 2.5 years. At each place that I have moved to, I have endured the same exact identical 2 crime in the same exact identical 2 way. I'm enduring it along my routes as well. So do you honestly think these filthy whores got the mentality to stop by themselves? No. You can't get no help in courts. You can't get no help through the organized crime, human trafficking police. And they're lying, raping ass. Okay? You can't get no fucking help through the cops. At the federal, state, or local level. I have seen thousands of posts since June 9, 2009, the day I discovered gang stalking, showing victims state they've reported this crime to the FBI, the fusion centers, the state cops, the county cops, the local cops. Every single last one of them told them to get the hell on. Even hung up on them. Okay? Absolutely. Okay? So if you can't get no fucking help through the courts, you can't get no help through the fucking police, you can't get no help through the federal whores, who the fuck are you going to help them? Because these DA office, these district attorneys and state attorney generals ain't nothing but puppets and organized crime whores themselves. Whenever you see on the news a human trafficking ring or people being busted in human trafficking, and you think and you see the sheriff's department saying that they did it, they're fucking eliminating their competition. And they're doing it for the sake of a photo op. Why ain't the DOJ investigating gang stalking? Tens of thousands of victims every day say they're being sadistically, horrifically, endlessly tortured, including to death with these fucking weapons. Yet the DOJ has not investigated one fucking case. Even though I've seen massive reports over the years of them being fucking notified. Victims literally showing them notifying them as they're videotaping them notifying them. Okay? So what makes a police officer's life more important than mine? What makes a little girl's life more important than a cop's? Well, I mean, what makes a cop's life more important than a little girl? A little boy? Okay? What makes their life more important than mine is what I want to know. The only thing these little demented, depraved, psychopathic, freaked out maggots care about are two things. Committing the crime, getting away with it, and the money they make off it. It's all they care about. And they do not like exposure. Okay? So me exposing what I exposed in this particular video pertaining to the 9/17/2013 Ground Zero show, go back and listen to my statements extremely carefully. Extremely carefully. You know, how does my ex-husband, who was a submarine radar antenna electrician, me married to him out here in San Diego in 1983, he used to work on the USS McKee, which was a subtender. Okay? He worked on radar antennas. I watched him work on them one time when I went and seen him on the ship. They were this big, gigantic, olive green, torpedo type looking thing. He had it hoisted up on these two hoists. So how does my ex-husband, who I finally left for good in 88 in Michigan, married to him out here in San Diego between 83 and 84, who was a submarine radar antenna electrician, how was I being married to him connected to the microwave hearing effect, which is widely reported to be perpetrated through what? Submarine radar antennas. How are submarine radar antennas directly, intimately exposed to be directly connected to ELF weapons connected to gang stalking? Why did Aaron Alexis scratch on his fucking gun? This is my ELF weapon. If you fucking do this crime to me, I will always expose every fucking thing I know about you and that you're implicated in. Because you don't give a fuck about me or what you've done, so why the fuck would I give a fuck about you? I don't care. I care as much about you and what you don't want me to do as much as you care about what you're fucking doing to me and have done to me. It's that simple. It's not tit for tat, it's fucking reality. Commit a crime, deny it because they know you can't prove it. One, because they don't allow you to prove it through the fucking through the doctors and hospitals and the tests in the hospitals. And two, they know you can't fucking identify who's perpetrating a frequency from you from a fucking distance. So in closing, go to Google and YouTube and research Roger Tulsis electronic harassment. Go to Google and YouTube and research John Hall satellite terrorism. Okay, and make no mistake about it, the fucking psychiatrists at these hospitals and medical centers and clinics, they're intimately connected to this crime. Thank you for listening. Everybody have a good day. My name is Leslie Williams. I live in La Jolla, California, in San Diego, March 5th, 2022.